welcome back to the show. February is American Heart Month, and Intermountain Health and the American Heart Association are working together to raise awareness about women and heart disease.
Joining us now for this sponsored interview is Dr. Amanda Donahue, a cardiologist at Intermountain Health. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Okay, heart disease, the #1 killer in women. One in 3 women die from heart disease. Over all cancers, in fact.
Yep.
Tell us why this month and this awareness is important.
Well, this month is so important because while breast cancer has this amazing awareness around it, women's cardiovascular health just doesn't. And it's a big push this month and this year, and hopefully continuing throughout the rest of the year, to help people not forget that it is the #1 killer. You know, and the prevalence is increasing, especially over the last 10 years and in younger women. So that is our goal.
I like that you said that, because I think a lot of us have this mindset of we'll worry about it when we get older.
Right.
We'll worry about it then. But there are things you can do in your 20s, in your 30s, 40s, and 50s that can help your heart.
Absolutely. You know, especially if you have any sort of family history related to cardiovascular disease in your 20s, you know, mid to late 20s is so important, and especially in your 30s. So it's things like, you know, having awareness of your blood pressure, make sure that's normal. Diabetes is huge, even pre-diabetes. You know, making sure obesity doesn't start to creep into your life, which is so hard for so many of us. Good sleep hygiene, and like most importantly is exercise and diet. Saturated fats, I can't wait for the risotto and asparagus. That's wonderful. And then exercise. Like, we need 30 minutes, 5 days a week of moderate intensity exercise. It's not taking a stroll in the park, it's not doing weeding, it's getting your heart rate up and getting a little bit of a sweat going.
Okay, you mentioned prediabetes. I fall into that category, and this is startling. You say in 2020, a U.S. study says heart attacks are becoming more common among young women. Why is that happening?
It has a lot to do with the diabetes epidemic, and then hypertensive disorders. Also a huge part of why even maternal mortality is the highest it's been since 1960, which is also really scary. 1 in 7 pregnancies are complicated by a hypertensive disorder, and that is further complicated by maternal obesity and then the excessive weight gain that can happen in pregnancy, which results in gestational diabetes, which is a 7-fold increase in developing type 2 diabetes later in life.
Doctor, it seems like we talk about this more than we ever have before. The statistics are available and out there. Why do the numbers keep going up?
I think it's our job to create awareness, and that's one of the reasons I'm so glad to be here today. It's just letting people know that checking your blood pressure in your 30s is super important, making sure that your cholesterol is controlled, and then watching that blood sugar. So we just have to get the message out there, and there's a lot of us at Intermountain, both our OBGYN colleagues and then us cardiologists. Obviously, we just want people to know, please come and see us.
It takes a team.
It does take a team.
And once you go into, obviously, the hospital and the clinic, they're taking your blood pressure there, so that's nice, but usually you might be sick. So
Right.
Personally, I've been sick for a long extended time, and I know how important you touched on exercise, but how do you get that hope and motivation back to get your heart rate going again? Because sometimes it can get you down knowing I need to reach this level, but it's taking so long.
I tell everyone to set their expectations low. It's like, sure, I want you to do 30 minutes 5 days a week, but hey, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, park far away in the huge parking lot at Costco, do the stairs, and don't beat yourself up, but just set low, attainable goals, and then slowly increase from there.
That's helpful. Thank you.
And then,
Isn't that crazy? You go to the gym and you try to get the first parking spot to go into the gym and work out because you don't want to walk. But that's it's a mindset,
it is
right?
mindset.
That we're trying to change, and especially for the younger women out there.
Yeah, and it really is the inactivity, the poor diets, because everyone's busy, but it's the saturated fats and then the too many carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates, that get us all.
And maybe it's just one thing you do today. Maybe it is parking farther. Maybe it's one meal that you cut back on, and maybe buy that extra vegetable today. Maybe it's just that one thing that exponentially changes your lifestyle. Absolutely. Thank you, doctor, so much. And thank you. Oh, you have something going on Wednesday, February 28th. It's the Free Heart Smart Soiree happening. How exciting.
Yes, we're very excited. We've got this amazing speaker coming in from Rush Medical Center. She started the first women's cardiovascular clinic back in 2003. Dr. Volgman, she is amazing. So please come up and see us in Park City.
It's free.
Yeah.
Right? Awareness, free, ask questions, and that's on our website, everyone,
Yeah.
abc4.com/GTU.